Most of us know about clitoral orgasms, vaginal orgasms, even anal orgasms, all the orgasms in the sexual sacral chakra area. There are multiple types of orgasms we can have in the body. In our culture of sexual repression, we tend to only know the sexual orgasms because those are what feed the other, that energy, that life force feeds the other line of orgasmic energy through the body. So when we stay repressed in that area, most people have never experienced it to know that it exists because they're still stuck in the lower chakras. Sometimes during yoga or in shavasana, people will have an experience of ecstatic orgasm, this orgasm that just shudders and shivers through the body. I've experienced that in a shavasana after like a vinyasa class, and I thought, oh wow, that's amazing. You know, it's just being able to relax. So I couldn't wait to go back into shavasana. Experienced it a couple times, but it's not something I could control at first. And then I do a lot of visualizations in my shavasana and meditation. So I was visualizing, I have Sjogren's, I have dry eyes, dry mouth, all of this. It's an autoimmune condition. And I was wanting to feel moisture in my eyes. My eyes were feeling gritty. So I thought about those eye wash stations in the science lab. So I pictured myself walking up to this eye wash station and the water simultaneously pouring into both eyes, cold water pouring, streaming into my eyes. And I got that body orgasm, that shiver again. And I was like, oh wow. So I would do that and visualize it and have my body do it. It would happen during, organically during like gong concerts sometimes. When I'm very relaxed and my body's open and my systems are communicating properly. After a while of practicing it visually, I was able to just induce it in my body. So now I kind of use it to just kind of play around, just to feel the energy. I like to use it during massage when it's really tense and intense in the muscle, and I kind of use it, that force from the inside of my body to kind of shiver through my body and pass that tension out. I like to use it to send heart energy to people. Something I like to do when I'm also giving massage or administering any healing work. It's something I feel in my body that when I'm creating it and the sensations I feel and how it feels in my brain and electrical system, that it's something that could probably be measured through some type of scanning or medical device. I received an iWatch and was wearing it one day, just kind of checking my pulse, and I had done the heart thing, and I noticed that my pulse just raced. It just jumped up like 40 points. And I did deep breathing and kind of bring it down. I didn't realize that I was increasing my heart rate. So it feels like this energy that comes out of my heart is just like pouring like a hose, and it's sparkly and it's tingly and it's opening, spacious and beautiful. It's kind of the same sensation in my brain through the third eye, kind of in this upper chakra area, that it's like a tingling. When I do it in my brain, it doesn't make my heart race. I don't know how to monitor that yet or measure that yet, but I will give a little demo of me doing the heart thing and how it raises my pulse so quickly. We'll start at 106. Ready? You're not gonna see me move. Here we go. She's gonna drop. We'll stop there. Take some breaths. Sound release is great. See? So how can you learn how to create and harness this energy in your body? First, it starts with the pelvic floor breathing, becoming aware of our pelvic bowl. If you haven't seen my video on pelvic floor breathing, go check out the post on pelvic floor. Now that you have some awareness of the pelvic floor, I want to mention for men, lifting the pelvic floor is kind of like someone telling you, lift your balls. It's that same muscle that's pulling up. In the pelvic floor breathing, you learn to inhale and release and exhale and pull up. For this particular exercise, we're going to inhale and pull up and hold the breath, But I don't want you to do this as habitual breathing pattern, thinking, oh, I'm going to gain more energy, more energy. It's actually going to short circuit and kind of screw things up and overtire the area. What you want to do is learn from the practice, and then it will become something that you don't need the attention and the breath holding and the pulling up effect to create. It will just come from the body, and it's much more powerful when we're relaxed. So if we're holding up, it's not going to move through the body as fully as it would if we were more relaxed and open. First, I'm going to go over the scrotal breathing, the vaginal breathing. We'll start with the scrotal breathing. So that muscle I was telling you that kind of picks up. We can do this seated, laying down. I like standing just to know that my posture and my spine is erect, and our spine is like an antenna of electricity, and it's catching frequencies, and when it's wonky, we're just tuned into the wrong frequency. So we want to be able to keep our posture correct. Once you kind of master this energy, it won't be so necessary to stand at attention to feel it moving through the body, but it's a great way to start to get things flowing freely. I like to stand with my feet maybe like shoulder width distance apart, not too wide and not too close together, just where you can feel like you're hanging, feeling solid. Same with seated. Don't put your legs too close together. Don't spread them way out. Now just breathing normally, I want you just to start to pick up your balls and drop them. Just hold, release. Pick up, hold, release. Just bouncing them up and down. When you're feeling that connection to those muscles, then I want you to inhale and pull up and hold the breath. And you're going to feel sensation starting to build in that area. Look for that kind of cooling sensation. This is the yin energy. It resides in kind of the perineum, and we're going to start to pull that up the body and equalize and get some inflammation and heat out of the body and the nervous system. This is also going to unite those two currents and give you that orgasmic field, creating that orgasmic field. And we need to start working it up the body. Over time, it will become more powerful. So holding the breath as long as you can, and then releasing, relaxing the balls, letting them drop. And you'll do this about 9 times. So inhaling, pulling up and holding, and sensing that energy rising from the perineum and kind of moving around the area within the balls, moving up, maybe towards this coccyx area. It's kind of the direction we want to send it, this little kind of curve in the small of the back, right above the butt crack. I want to kind of send it to that little area. So if you can imagine that cooling energy, that sensation that's building, and release. Breathing in, picking them up, holding, squeezing. Imagine sipping that energy like a straw, sipping something through a straw. This suctions, pulling it up through the body into this area here. You'll do this about 9 times, and that will help you start to create that sensation. For those with the female anatomy, we're going to put our thumbs at our belly button, fingers together, and then put our pointer fingers together. And then right about where your pinkies are, that's where your ovaries are. And then here in the middle, where your index fingers meet, this is the point we kind of want to concentrate on. So this is what Taoists call the ovarian palace. And the erectile tissue of the clitoris actually extends into the body. So there's a lot going on in there that we can't see from the outside. So we really need to tune into sensing these parts of our body. So you can kind of massage around the ovaries, start to feel them warming. And then you want to focus on the opening of the vagina and letting it relax and kind of open, imagining petals of a flower very softly, slowly, gently opening and closing. It's more of a visual. Don't try to squeeze or do kegels or anything like that. Just relaxing and more visual. Let's use that subtle energy. And we're going to feel the energy start to build in that ovarian palace. For females, the energy we're suctioning up should feel maybe warm or tingly. Now, the breath that you want to use for this is going to be like sniffing, like inhales. Kind of a kundalini breath of fire, but it's like as you're doing this, visualizing and suctioning, sucking through that straw and pulling that energy up from this spot, kind of building it in that ovarian palace, and then we're going to transfer it over to the sacral area, in the lowest part of the small of the back, just above the butt crack. You can keep your hands placed here if you like, if that helps you visualize. Just remembering that flower, staying soft. We're not clenching or pulling up or anything like that. It's just an energetic suction. So just the same, we'll do that 9 times with the sniffing inhale and an exhale, sniffing inhale and exhale, and pulling up that energy as we're building through the breath. These breathing exercises will help you get an idea of the sensations in your body, what that energy feels like, how to build that energy. After a while, you may not need the breathing practices to help you bring that energy forward. It will help you reconnect any connections that have been strained or muted, and rebuilding that sense of how to bring that energy through the body naturally without any ritual or just willfully. Once you've got a hang of feeling the energy moving from these areas of the sacral chakra, we're going to move it up the body. So we're going to bring it from the sacral area into the heart chakra, and this is where we start to experience those heart orgasms. You may not feel them at first, it may take a while, it may feel like itching or tingling, but that is just kind of the nerves waking up and getting oxygen, getting attention, and love and soothing care again. They're feeling safe enough to open up. So we want to build that safe space so that we can open fully within. It's really not about a sexual experience. It does increase the sexual experiences, but it increases all of the experiences of your life, so that you don't need sex as your only pleasure outlet, so it becomes a kind of overtaking your life and thoughts. Bringing that energy from the sacral chakra up into the heart chakra can be achieved through visualizing, giving the sensation a light or color, and visualizing it moving through the body, kind of that straw imagery of the suctioning up the body, siphoning, and also using like proprioceptive touch, so we can place our hand over our heart area and then over our sacral area, and try to connect these 2 points where we're feeling our hands on these places that we want to connect. So bridging that sensation through our touch. So this can be helpful. You can practice in this way. Using the breath is definitely essential to moving that energy. So inhaling, and once you've gotten through the breathing exercises and learning how to acknowledge and engage with that energy, just inhaling to bring the energy up, and then exhaling down into the heart and expanding, not just up and down, but 360 degrees from the heart center. Once you feel a connection established with the heart center, and I encourage you to work on it for a while, not try to rush through, but I know how we all are when we test the limits, right? So we can breathe it into our third eye area. That would be the next stop, from the heart to the third eye, so our heart to our mind, and then from our mind through the crown chakra. We can release this energy out into the universe. If you want to filter it back into the circuit, it would go down the back of the spine after the crown chakra. It fills the skull and then goes down the spine, back through the root chakra and up. So it creates this circuit of energy going through the body, this sacral sexual energy flowing and giving life force and pumping life force through all the other chakral systems. Hopefully you find these exercises helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, or you want to let me know how it went. I'd love to hear about it. Keep on practicing, and that it just keeps getting stronger. And stay relaxed. Thanks for watching.